Hello everyone, my name is Victoria, and today I am going to talk about how listening and speaking development influence reading and writing skills, especially in early childhood and special education classrooms. Before children ever learn to read or write, they are developing language through listening and speaking. These early skills are the foundation for literacy, and understanding how they develop can help us better support all of our learners. From birth to preschool, children begin developing listening and speaking skills through everyday interactions. Infants first respond to sounds and voices, especially familiar ones like a caregiver's. As they grow, they begin babbling, which eventually turns into real words. Toddlers start using single words, then short phrases, and by preschool, many children are able to speak in full sentences and follow simple directions. During this stage, children are also building vocabulary and learning how communication works. For example, they learn how to take turns in conversations, respond to questions, and express their needs and ideas. Early learning standards emphasize skills like listening to others, understanding simple directions, and using language to communicate wants and thoughts. These early experiences are critical because they build the foundation for later on literacy development. As children move into kindergarten through third grade, their listening and speaking skills become more advanced and more academic. Students are expected to participate in discussions, follow multi-step directions, ask and answer questions, and explain their thinking. They begin to use more complex vocabulary and longer sentences. Academic standards at this level focus on skills like speaking clearly, listening to others, and building on what others say during conversations. Students are no longer just learning to talk. They are using their language to learn. This shift is very important because strong oral language skills directly support reading comprehension and even writing ability. When a child experiences a language delay, it can affect both listening and speaking in several ways. Students may have difficulty understanding directions, following conversations, or expressing their thoughts clearly. This can lead to frustration and may impact their confidence in participating in classroom activities. Language delays can also affect literacy development. For example, if a student has limited vocabulary, they may struggle to understand what they read. If they have difficulty formatting sentences when speaking, this may also be a struggle to organize their ideas into writing. Because of this, it is important for teachers to provide supports such as visual aids, modeling, repetition, and opportunities for guidance. Listening and speaking skills have a direct influence on reading and writing development. When students have strong oral language skills, they are better able to understand text and communicate their ideas in writing. Vocabulary developed through speaking helps students recognize and understand words while reading. Listening comprehension supports reading comprehension. And speaking helps students organize their thoughts before writing. For example, when students partake in discussions or retell stories, they are practicing skills that directly transfer to reading comprehension and writing expression. These connections show why it is so important to intentionally include listening and speaking activities in your classroom. In conclusion, listening and speaking are essential building blocks for literacy development. By understanding how these skills develop and providing appropriate opportunities, teachers can help all students, including those with exceptionalities, become more confident and successful readers and writers every day. Thank you guys so much for your time.